Okay, dear friends, welcome to this class. So, already we have started our third chapter, that is separation of substances. And in the last class, I clearly explained about the differences between pure matter and impure matter. Yes, sir. So, once again, I wish to recall that pure matter, commonly you know matter. So matters are existing in two forms, pure matter and impure matter. And you know when means the matter is pure, when means the matter is impure. See, matter is said to be pure when it is made up of same kind of particle. Understand? Matter is said to be pure when it is made of same kind of particle. Understand? If it is made of different kind of particle, then it is said to be impure matter. Then it is impure matter. Yes, sir. Pure matter. Best examples are there elements and compounds. Elements and compounds. So elements are made of same kind of particle, even compounds are made of same kind of particle. Hence elements and compounds are called pure matter, or it is pure matter. Similarly, impure matter. So they are made of different kinds of particles. Best examples mixtures. Best example is there mixture. Understand? Mixture means what, sir? When two or more substances physically combine in uneven proportion. Understand? When two or more substances physically combine in uneven proportion, they do not have definite proportion. They combine physically in an uneven proportion in any quantity. So they form a mixture. Understand? Already I said some examples in the last class for this mixture. Tea. Tea is the best example for mixture because it contains sugar, milk, water and tea powder. Hence we say tea is a mixture. Sea water. Sea water is also called as a mixture because it contains many salts in it. And mixture of salt and water, what you call salt solution, it is also a mixture because it contains water and salt particle. So like this. So these are some examples for this mixture. Understand? So this is your chapter what it is separation of substances. And already I told in the last class why should we separate the substances from mixture? Why should we separate the substances from mixture? First reason is there to get rid of unwanted substances. Second use is there. Second reason is there to get a useful substance. To get a useful substance. This is the second reason. Understand? So the mixtures contain both substances, useful substance and unwanted substances. So we have to, if you want to get a pure substance, if you want to get a useful substance, you have to remove unwanted impurities from that mixture. You have to remove unwanted impurities from that mixtures. So to separate the substances from mixtures, we have to follow some methods. We have to follow some methods. So if there are three cases are there in the separation of substances, three cases are there. Separation of solids from other solids. Separation of solids from other solids and separation of soluble solids from liquids. And third cases is there separation of liquids from liquids. Separation of liquids from liquids. Here in these three cases we are following different methods. Understand? In each case, they follows different separation methods. Here in this class, you will go to learn about separation of solid substances from other solids. Separation of solid substances from other solids. Understand? Here, to separate solid substances from other solids, you have to follow these four methods. These four methods. Which are those? First one is the hand picking. What it is? Hand picking. ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಆರಿಸುವುದು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Sieving. Sieving ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜರಡಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುವುದು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Threshing. Threshing ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಡಿಯುವುದು. Fourth one ಬರುತ್ತೆ winnowing. Winnowing ಅಂದರೆ ತೂರುವುದು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Understand? To separate the solids substances from other solids, you have to follow these four methods, separation methods. Hand picking is there, sieving is there, threshing is there, winnowing is there. Let's learn students one by one where these methods are used. Where these methods are used to separate substances from solid substances from other solids. Let's take first one is the hand picking. Hand picking. The method says that here we are going to separate. In this method, unwanted impurities. In this method, unwanted impurities are separated by using a hand. By using a hand. If unwanted impurities are very in small quantity in a mixture, if they are in small quantities in a mixture, then you can use this method, hand picking. Just pick out that unwanted impurities by the hand. Understand? Just remove, just pick out unwanted impurities from this hand. So that method we call it as a hand picking method. So where it is used for? So this method is commonly used in the separation of pebbles. Pebbles is nothing but stones. Pebbles from rices. Understand? So pebbles are normally large in size. Understand? You can use your hand to pick out from that rice. If you pick out the rice pebbles, understand? The stone pebbles from that rice, that we call it as a what? Hand picking method. Understand? Remember, this hand picking method is used only when unwanted impurities are present in small quantities. Unwanted impurities are present in small quantities in a mixture. And remember, example, it is used to separate pebbles from rice. Where it is used? Used to separate pebbles from rice. Understand? Okay. And pebbles from even rice are also chilies. Understand? So I think you might see in your homes, your mother, before cooking a rice, they are going to separate the pebbles from that rice by hand picking. Understand? Ask your mother. Understand? So this is a hand picking method. Okay? When it is used, when the unwanted impurities present in a small quantities in a mixture. If the unwanted impurities, either you can say mixture particles are large in size, then you can use this hand picking method. Okay, let's come students. Second method is there, sieving method. Jaradi ಹಿಡಿಯುವುದು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So when it is used, sir, it is also used to separate solid substances from other solids. Understand? When, sir? I will explain with one example. I think you might see before going, your mother, before going to make a roti or chapati, so they are going to separate the flour. They are going to separate the small fine flour particles by using the sieves. Yes sir? Sieves. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಯಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈ ರೋಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಚಪಾತಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಹಿಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಜರಡಿಯಿಂದ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಾಣಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫೈನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸೀವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೈನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್, ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ವೆರಿ fine particles from mixture. Understand? Unwanted substances that is settled over in a sieves. Understand? So at the bottom we get a useful substances. So this sieving method, it is used to separate in a flours. Understand? Normally in a flour, understand, to get a useful substance from that flours, your mother uses what? Sieves. So that method we call it is sieving method. This commonly used in a tea also. When you prepare the tea, already you know, to prepare tea you are using what? Tea powder. To separate the tea powder crystals from tea, what you use? Sieve. Yes sir. So that when you use that sieve, you filter the tea to separate from that tea powder particles. Yes, sir. So totally in this method, sieves are used. Sieves are used to separate. Understand? Sieves are used to separate useful substances from that mixture. Best example, flour. To get a very fine particle, to get a useful substance from that flour, your mother using what? Sieves before going to cooking a roti or chapati. Yes, sir? Let it. Next comes, friends, threshing method is there. What is threshing method? ಥ್ರೆಶಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ? ಬಡಿಯುವುದು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಬಡಿಯುವುದು ಏನು ಬಡಿಯುವುದು? ಸೊ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಥ್ರೆಶಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ this method is commonly used in the agricultural field. Where it is used? Agricultural field. ಕೃಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ. So nowadays agriculture fields are running by what? Your machines. Understand? But in ancient days they are using animals. In ancient days they are using these substances. These methods, which are those? Threshing method and winnowing method. Understand? ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು? ಗದ್ದೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಂಥ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಾಳುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ, ಆ ಸಸ್ಯದಿಂದ ಕಾಳುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಹಳೆ ವಿಧಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಡಿಯುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ತೂರುವುದು. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ? ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Nowadays technology is very improved. Understand? They are using a machines. So these machines, they gives us separate even grains and husks separately. ಆ ಕಾಳುಗಳನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಹೊಟ್ಟನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ಥ್ರೆಷರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ? ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಓಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್. These are oldest methods, threshing and winnowing. So let's come threshing. So where it is used? See, in ancient days, even nowadays also in villages, in some villages of our Karnataka, they are using this threshing method. It's very oldest method. Understand? In this threshing method, understand what they made, sir? Exactly, the grains are separated from stalk. See, here one stalk is there. Understand? Remember, these are grains. Understand? These are grains are there. This is the stalk is there. Understand? So these are grains. To separate the grains from stalk, just beat them. Take the stalks and beat them on hard surfaces. The grains are separated from stalk. The grains are separated from stalk. Understand? So the grains are separated by the stalk. The grains are separated from the stalk by beating on a hard surfaces. By beating on a hard surfaces. So that method we call is threshing. Understand? So this threshing method is used to separate grains from stalk. Grains from stalk. How these are separated, sir? By beating these stalks on a hard surfaces. When you continually beat that stalks on a hard surfaces, grains are separated from that stalk. After that, what you get? Grains and husk. Grains and husk. You get another mixture. Grains are separated. When you beat on that stalks on a hard surfaces, grains are separated from that stalk. Then you get what? Grains and husk. Husk means it is a stalk, lighter particle. Grains are heavier particle, stalks are lighter particle. So that lighter particle is called what? Husk. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಿ? ಹೊಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So next we have to separate these grains from husk. Next we have to separate these grains from husk. What will you do, sir? I think you might see in villages some farmers, they are standing at a very definite height. They are throwing this mixture of grains and husk from a definite height. Understand? In the direction of wind. In the direction of wind blowing. Yes, sir. When they throw this mixture of grains and husk, grains are started to store at a bottom. Understand? This husk is very lighter particle. So that throw away in the air. That thrown away in the air. Understand? So that method we call is what? Winnowing. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ? ವಿನ್ನೋವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ವಿನ್ನೋವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತೂರುವುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥ್ರೆಶಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇಂದ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು, ಆ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸು ಆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು, ಆ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಒಂದು ಎತ್ತರದ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಈ ಕಾಳು ಮತ್ತು ಹೊಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೂರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಹೇಗೆ ತೂರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಗಾಳಿ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಬೀಸುತ್ತೆ ಆ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ತೂರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದನ್ನ ವಿನೋವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವಿನೋವಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತೂರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ತೂರಿದಾಗ, ಈ ಕಾಳುಗಳು ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಹೆವಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಹೊಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಹಗುರಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಹಗುರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೊಳ್ಳು ಪದಾರ್ಥ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಕಾಳುಗಳು ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಅದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಸಂಗ್ರಹ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು. ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಲೈಟರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್, ಹಗುರಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಗಾಳಿ ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ತೂರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಈ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹಸ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ವಿನ್ನೋವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಡೇಸ್ ದೇ ವೇರ್ ನೋ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್, ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಂತ್ರಗಳಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ನವಡೇಸ್ you are seeing the lot kinds of agricultural machines. Understand? Even these two processes are made by only single machine, that is a harvester combine. ಈಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್, ಸುಗ್ಗಿ ಯಂತ್ರ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಥ್ರೆಶಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಅದ್ರ ಬೆಳೆದು ಕಾಳುಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಎತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಗಾಳಿ ಬರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತು ತೂರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಕಾಳುಗಳು ಬಿಡದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಸಂಗ್ರಹ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಮಯ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. To separate these grains from husk, it takes a more time. But in nowadays, it's very easy to separate that grains from that husk. Because these two methods are done by only single method, that is harvester combine. Harvester combine ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಗ್ಗಿ ಯಂತ್ರ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಏನಂತಾರೆ? ಸುಗ್ಗಿ ಯಂತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಗ್ರೇನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಷೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಮಷೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಹಸ್ಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಾಳಿ ತೂರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ಎರಡೂ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ಮಷೀನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸುಗ್ಗಿ ಯಂತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗದ್ದೆಗಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್, in the time of that harvesting, go to visit your field and see how these grains are separated from that husk. Understand? In ancient days, these two methods are used, threshing and winnowing, to separate grains from husk. But in nowadays, these two methods are done by a single machine. That machine's name is harvester combine. Understand? So this machine that separates and gives only grains. Clear or no? So these are the some methods. Hand picking, sieving, threshing and winnowing. So these are come under the case separation of solid substances from other solids. Understand? To separate the solid substances from other solids, you have to follow these four methods. Understand? Remember, hand picking, hand is used. In sieving, sieves are used. Threshing, this where it is used, especially in agricultural field, to separate grains from stalk by beating on a hard surface. That process is called threshing. After beating, we get what? Grains and stalk. Then they have to separate. Understand? They have to separate to get the grains only. Then you have to winnow that, standing at a definite height in the direction of wind blowing. Understand? So that method we call it the winnowing. But in nowadays these two methods are done by only single machine, that is harvester combine. But also in some villages, farmer even they follows these two methods, threshing and winnowing, to separate grains from stalk. Clear or not, students? So I think you clearly understood these methods, where it is used. Understand? In the next classes, we will discuss about another methods in another cases. Separation of solid substances from liquids. Understand? Another methods are there. So we will discuss about those methods in the next classes. So take down these notes in your HW and read the textbook in your home also. and ask your parents about these two methods: hand picking, sieving, crushing, and winnowing, where they when they used. Okay, so thank you for watching this class.